The slow turtle wins. The town of Maple Creek had a certain rhythm to it. Slow, steady, and sweet, like a Sunday morning that stretched into the afternoon. But not for Tyler Mason. 14 years old and full of energy, Tyler rushed through everything. Homework, basketball practice, breakfast, conversations. His motto? Faster is better. And everyone in school knew it. He was the first to turn in assignments, the fastest runner, the quickest to answer questions, and often the first to mess things up. He lived life like a race car with no brakes. One summer evening, while heading home from basketball practice, he zipped past old Hank's porch like usual, a blur on a skateboard. But this time, Hank called out, "Boy, slow down or you'll miss the whole point of the ride." Tyler screeched to a stop. Old Hank Whitaker was a retired railroad engineer, known for stories that felt like they came out of a dusty history book. He wore overalls, even when he wasn't fixing anything, and always had a mug of sweet tea within arm's reach. "What's that supposed to mean?" Tyler asked, catching his breath. Hank leaned forward, a grin playing on his weathered face. "Come sit a spell. I'll tell you a story. Might save you a few hard bumps down the road." Tyler flopped into the rocking chair next to Hank's. "When I was a boy, maybe your age, my uncle gave me a pet turtle. Named him Rusty," Hank began, eyes drifting toward the horizon. "He was slow, like molasses in January slow. While the other kids had dogs that chased balls or cats that climbed trees, I had Rusty. He didn't do tricks. He didn't bark or purr. He just moved, real slow, but always forward." Tyler raised an eyebrow. "So why keep a turtle?" Hank chuckled. "That's what I asked myself for years. But Rusty taught me more about life than any school ever did." "One summer," Hank continued, "there was a small-town fair, and they held a race. Not for people, for pets. You'd laugh. Dogs, cats, rabbits, even one parakeet in a tiny car. Everyone was hyped up. I wasn't going to enter. I mean, Rusty?" Tyler leaned in, curious now. "But my uncle said, why not? Maybe slow wins this time. So I put Rusty down at the starting line." All the other kids laughed. One girl had a Jack Russell Terrier bouncing off the walls. "And?" Tyler asked. "Well, they all charged forward when the whistle blew, except Rusty. He blinked once, then took a step. One small step. The crowd lost interest pretty quick. Most folks turned away." Tyler smirked. "Bet he lost." "Nope," Hank said, tapping the armrest. The other pets got distracted. The dog ran after a hot dog wrapper. The rabbit jumped into the crowd. The parakeet flew off. Rusty, he kept going. One slow step after another. He paused. He crossed the finish line alone. 10 minutes later, but he made it. Hank looked Tyler in the eye. "Life ain't about being first. It's about finishing well." "But doesn't being fast help sometimes?" Tyler asked. "Sure, but rushing leads to missing. Missing details, missing chances, missing people." He pointed to Tyler's scuffed sneakers. "You rush through homework, through conversations, even through practice. Maybe it's time you stop trying to win everything by being fast." Tyler stared down at his feet. Hank stood and walked inside. A minute later, he came back with a small turtle shell, weathered, polished, and placed on a wooden plaque. "Rusty passed on years ago, but I kept this as a reminder. Patience, focus, consistency. That." He handed it to Tyler. Tyler took it gently, almost reverently. "You want me to have this?" "I'm trusting you with it, but only if you promise to learn what it means." That summer, Tyler started doing things differently. He still played hard at basketball, but now he practiced smarter. He slowed down during conversations, listened more, thought more, his grades improved. His relationship with his little sister softened. He even started helping his mom with her garden, patiently watering the tomatoes one by one. One morning before school, he slipped the turtle shell into his backpack. Later that day, he gave a speech in English class about life lessons I learned from a turtle. He didn't rush, he spoke with meaning. And for the first time, the whole class was quiet, really listening. Years passed. Tyler grew up, went to college, and eventually became a life coach. Not the flashy, get-rich-quick kind. The kind that taught people to slow down and build solid lives, one step at a time. On his desk sat the turtle shell. And every time a young student came to him, anxious about the future, overwhelmed by the race of life, he'd smile and say, "Let me tell you about a turtle named Rusty. Being fast might help you start, but being steady is what helps you finish."